Welcome back to Mike's Man Cave and welcome back to another unboxing and first impressions video. Today I went out and I spent more money than what I really wanted to spend. And this is what I bought. A Blackvue DR900X Plus 2-channel dash camera. Now, being a 2-channel camera, this camera will record the front and the back of your car. Here's the picture of the cameras on the box. Before buying this camera, I have done countless hours of research into dash cameras. From what I could work out, Blackvue is one of the leaders of dash camera technology. And the DR900X 2-channel camera is the flagship camera of their range. So supposedly this is hopefully the best of the best in dash camera technology that's available today. And look, there's different brands doing the exact same thing. However, what I liked about this particular camera is the shape of it and the form factor. Like, you can get different cameras that will have very similar specifications. However, the actual cameras are a lot bigger and they're a whole different design, so it's a bit of personal choice of what people really like. The reason I ended up buying a dash camera was because of several incidents that have occurred probably in the last 2 years, and I'll tell you a little bit about each one. The first incident was probably about 2 years ago or close to it. It's when my daily driver car at the time got written off by a P-plate driver while I was stationary at a roundabout. I was actually stopped, and I had been stopped for quite some time. There was other cars in front of me, and without warning, I did not even expect the impact. I was hit hard from behind, and it actually wrote the car off. Look, it was the other driver at fault anyway, and they did end up paying out on the car. So that was lucky in a way. However, I'm still upset about my car being destroyed, and I do believe that the other driver was playing on his phone or texting or on a phone call or doing something that they shouldn't be doing. And I would have loved to have that on camera. So therefore, if I had a rearward facing camera mounted in the car, I could have reviewed exactly what went on. Now, the second incident didn't work out too well because my car was parked outside my work at the time, and it was actually hit by a council street sweeper who ended up taking off up the street. I'll give you the quick story about that one in case you're interested. If not, just fast forward. What happened, my car was parked outside of work. I did look outside at one stage just before lunch, and I noticed the street sweeper sweeping the street, which is quite normal. And then I saw the street sweeper reversing backwards up the street, and then it was gone, and I didn't think much of it. About half an hour later, I went outside and I saw my car had the whole side, the mirror knocked off, and the driver's door and the passenger door was all smashed in. And you could see the line. I'll put some photos up here. You could see the lines where the street sweeper actually reversed back towards my car, hit the car, and you could see the damage on the car that matched the shape of the street sweeper. So I thought, well, that's no problem. I got on the phone, I rang the council straight away, told them what happened, and they said, yeah, that's fine, we'll take care of it, we'll speak to the driver, etc., etc. And here's where I made the big mistake. I never reported the incident to police because I thought, well, they're going to fix the car and it'll be fine, which is what they said they would be doing. So then this drags out for a few months. You know, there's some back and forth communication, and about 6 months down the track, the council sends me a letter saying, hey, sorry, we're not going to pay for your car because you've got no evidence. I mean, there was a little bit more to it. There was a little bit more back and forth. However, the end result was that they refused to pay because there was no independent witnesses that actually saw the street sweeper hit the car. And that was the end of that. And that was about $2,000 worth of damage done to the car. And lately there's a lot of road works going on in my local area, and we've got these big tipper trucks with big trailers going around these tiny small country sort of lanes and country roads, and they regularly cross over the centre line and they just don't care. Like at one stage my car was actually, I had to run off the roadway to avoid colliding with one of these big trucks, and I did make a complaint about that, and again the complaint was swept under the carpet because there was no evidence. It was the other driver's word against my word, and I just got sick of it, and I'll spend the money on one of these today. They're not cheap. I'm not going to discuss the price on these too much, but I have seen a variance in price of these of around $300 depending on where you buy it. So make sure you do shop around and you look for specials. I actually bought this at Repco on special, which is the cheapest price that I've ever seen this camera for. So let's open it up and have a look what we get. So we get a front camera and a back camera with their mounting brackets. We get some instructions. We get the hard wiring kit, which is something I'll be talking about very shortly. You get some cable clips, and you also get a little trim tool here. That's pretty good. Pretty happy about that. Get an SD card, and you get the cable that runs from the front camera to the back camera, and you also get a cigarette lighter adapter. Now the idea behind this camera was that I'll be hard wiring the camera into my BF GT Falcon, and I'll be using the hard wiring kit and the front and the rear camera in my GT Falcon, which is probably the most valuable car that I own. And this is where I've sort of decided on this camera, because simply by pressing that button, that camera can come out of the bracket and I can then put it into another car that's also got one of these brackets fitted. So what I've done, I've gone online and I've ordered a few more of these brackets, which my local retailer doesn't sell, but you can just order them online and they're on their way. And I've also ordered myself another hard wiring kit and another rear camera mount. So my BFGT will get a front and the back camera hardwired, and my EL Falcon, which is probably nearly worth as much as what this dash camera is, will also get a hardwired front and back camera. In my four-wheel drive, I'm not really too concerned at this stage about hardwiring the camera, so I've just bought one of these brackets for it, and I'm going to be using the cigarette lighter adapter in that whenever I'm using the four-wheel drive, and I won't be using the back camera at this stage. And look, mainly that's because in the back of my mind I'm thinking about maybe replacing that car in the next 1 or 2 years. Look, I don't know yet. I'll see how I go. I might actually just end up buying another hard wiring kit and wiring the camera into it. And look, I can only drive 1k at a time. This camera will spend most of its time probably in my EL Falcon or in my four-wheel drive, which is sort of my daily driver cars. And if I'm using my GT, I'll definitely be running a front and the back camera. I mean, the front bar in that car is worth $9,000 these days. So it's well worth protecting your investment with one of these cameras, in my opinion. I will be doing further videos on this dash camera in the future. I won't be doing any installation videos. There's lots and lots of installation videos on YouTube already, and most of those have done a better job at doing an installation video than what I ever can. If you want to know how to install one of these cameras, go and have a look at some other videos. However, I will be doing another video showing you the finished installations in the various cars and how I'm using the camera. And I will definitely be uploading some video footage of these cameras just so you can see the quality of it. So if you've got any questions that you'd like answered maybe in a future video, leave your question down below and I'll do my best to try and answer it for you. If you enjoyed this video at all and found it useful in the least little bit, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, and don't forget to smash the subscribe button, not the brand new camera, for more videos from Mike's Man Cave. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.